Time to take a drink, bitch. Oh. This might be a long one, so settle in. So I went to Pink Zeppelin Books and Record. It's a little bookstore, like really close. And I got Rudolph Wurlitzer Quake and Night Terrors. I think this is like a kid's book, but I couldn't resist. So I want to talk about Peacemaker, the first season of. I have a lot to say about this because it's based on a comic book character and it's DC. So let's just jump right into it. I remember the first time I saw the character Peacemaker and I was like, it's such a stupid helmet. Like, and I never found out in the comics, at least I don't remember reading, why his helmet is so ridiculously shaped. And his costume, and I really even don't know much about him. I only know the few comics where he was in Vigilante and Checkmate. And then so it's just so much like to unpack and so much baggage because DC is just so screwed up. I don't know how you feel. I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, but it seems like just people talk up fans, talk about your DC or your Marvel, but all comic book fans are both. I mean, when I was a kid, when I was like 12, I was Marvel. Like, I only bought Marvel comics, but DC has so much good stuff. I mean, besides Batman and Superman, and just Marvel has just done it better with the movies, but DC has so much good stuff to mine for movies, and I don't know how they fumbled the ball this badly. And then to pick a character like Peacemaker is also kind of like a slap in the face, like a backhanded compliment slap to the face, because he's like a nobody in like the whole of DC. I mean, you got Firestorm. I mean, I know they've done the Green Arrow TV show, but you got Green Arrow. You got Nightwing, and then to settle, like, how did Peacemaker make it into the movies? Just because he's so ridiculous looking, I guess. So they made a TV show, an HBO show about Peacemaker. And I don't have HBO Max, so I was at the library looking through because they have a different section. They have a section for movies and they have a section for TV. And I heard how good it was, and it's James Gunn. And I saw it. I was okay, I'll check it out. And yeah, it's just really left me with the overall. I liked it, of course. And on IMDb, it has an 8.3 rating. That's one of the highest ratings I've seen of anything. Maybe only off the top of my head that I can think of that's higher is Scarface, and I'm not even sure about that. And nothing's as good as Scarface. I mean, let's be real about it. But it was pretty good. John Cena is great. I'm a big wrestling fan. I never liked him as wrestling, but he's a great actor. He's a great action. He should just remake like whatever like Arnold Schwarzenegger movie screenplays they have left in the box in the drawer. They should just make him a John Cena. Also, he's starting to look like Vince McMahon. He should play Vince McMahon in a movie or on wrestling. So yeah, so Peacemaker, he's gotten out of prison, and like right away he's tracked down by these people. They want him. Amanda Waller has put together another team I think it's Task Force X, and so he teams up with these bunch of, yeah, it's just like Guardians of the Galaxy, like a ragtag misfit team, and they pretty much blackmail him or whatever, coerce him to join the team and be their hitman. Because there's these things called they call them butterflies. There it is, and that's another thing. Like it's just like James Gunn, he just put Slither into comic books, into DC. So the whole thing is they got to stop these aliens from invading and taking, or they've already invaded, but from taking over the planet and just taking it, yeah, just taking it over. So that's the basic outline. But of course, there's all this other crap. It's in there. Peacemaker is he's what do you call it? He's so like so full of himself and thinks he's great on the outside, but then on the inside, he's just a weak ass little bitch. Kind of, he's so cry and he doesn't know why he does the things, which is really cool. And Cena was really good at that. But what I really want to talk about is, well, is Vigilante, but also like I did not like the team. Um, Adebayo, Economist. I liked Murren, the leader, and Harcourt, but just because she was like kind of cute. And like halfway through, I was I don't care if they live or die. I don't like them. Or for oh yeah, because like, dude, what really bothered me about this is just everything is a fucking joke, man. Uh, like that movie I reviewed, that zombie movie where just, and it's not as bad as that movie, but they try to they make jokes, and I didn't think Gunn was like this, but they just make a joke out of at the expense of something being like, just at the expense of everything, almost. I mean, it's not that bad, but it gets pretty bad, and just dumb jokes. Even, I mean, I like horrible, like fart jokes and vomit and like genital jokes, but even for me, this is just, I mean, some of these are just really dumb. But that's not like John Cena's fault. He delivered everything pretty good. He was really good. But yeah, like I did not like the team. Like I said, like Mern, and halfway through the series, I don't care if Economist dies. I don't care if Hardcore dies. She's a bitch. Adebayo is a dumbass, and that's it. And Peacemaker, he's such a jerk to everyone. Like, but I loved Vigilante. Vigilante was like the saving grace. Um, oh yeah, I wrote some stuff down. Vigilante was played by Fred Stroma, and he was in some of the Harry Potter movies in 13 Hours. I saw 13 Hours. I do not remember who he was. And he's British. Like, the actor's British. Dude, his American accent is just... never tell. I would never guess he's anything but American. And he was my favorite part. But then again, like, I read the Vigilante comics, and Adrian Chase, that's his name. In Peacemaker, he's portrayed as like okay, like, again, halfway through, I was like, he's Deadpool, but he's like an idiot version of Deadpool. He's just a psychopath. He's a psycho killer. He's dumb. He likes stupid humor. But I don't know for some reason I glommed onto him, and he's my favorite part. And then Judo Master is in here, and he's a little Asian dude. He's even shorter than I am. And Judo Master was awesome. I was hoping like he fights. He has a fight in some episode with what's her name? Where the Jen Holland? She plays Harcourt. She was also in Suicide Squad, and she gets into a fight with Judo Master, and I was like, kill her. I was like, I hope you kill her, but he doesn't, because they get the drop on him. Economist, played by Steve Agee, he gets into it with the Judo Master, and I was like, kill him. Like he, I think, like gives him a heart punch. And I was hoping, I was like, just die. I don't want to see you anymore. But he didn't die. In Judo Master, there's a part where he loves, I think he loves any kind of chip, but he seems to like hot Cheetos, and he's hanging outside of, of a convenience store, and he's just eating chips. And these two teenage dweebs see him, and they make fun of him. They call him a leprechaun. Then when they come out, I think he kills him. He beats the crap out of him, and he does like when they're mocking him, he does like a little leprechaun dance. He was yeah. So the ones I really liked were the original DC characters: Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Judo Master. There was but all the actors, they were good. I just didn't like their characters. Oh yeah, Judo Master's real name, I looked him up. Nut Lee. I was like, man, he. I gotta. I I remember I knew an Asian dude. His name was Bun Pain, and another Asian dude, a Korean guy. His name was like Suchan Lim, but I just call him Suck on Lim. I was like, hey, Suck on Lim, what's going on, man? I wish Suck on Lim would have met Bun Pain. We could all hang out, and maybe we could meet Nut Lee. Can you imagine Bun Pain, Suck on Lim, and Nut Lee? Oh my god. Where am I? Oh, the Task Force X, their headquarters is a video store called Hidden Lotter Video. Come on. Gotta know Hidden Lotter Video. Um, yeah, there's just so much because I liked it, and there's some really violent stuff in here, but also, this isn't for kids. Like, people that like Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home, also, this isn't for. This isn't like mass appeal stuff. No one's gonna. I mean, just a very few people are gonna like this, and so many genital jokes and just juvenile humor that, like I already said, like I almost didn't like it. Oh yeah, and I gotta talk about Robert Patrick. He plays Peacemaker's dad. What the hell happened to Robert Patrick? Look at him in Terminator 2. I guess he's handsome. He just has a severe look. And look at like an actor like Stephen Lang, who he was kind of like a wimp when he was younger, but he's turned into a badass. Look him, Robert Patrick couldn't stay the badass he was like in Terminator 2. But he's really good in this, so. Why has he deteriorated so horribly? It just, I don't know if the White Dragon is even a DC uh, villain, but it probably is. Let's see. But yeah, overall, I liked it. Like I said, there's some really good gore and violence in it, but not. Oh yeah, just another thing. Like with, I can't remember what movie. I'm just gonna ramble now. Okay, I watched some other action movie, and I thought the same thing while watching some of the fights in Peacemaker. I was the raid. Raid guys will kill you. I mean, you're slow. You don't know what you. I mean, they can fight. Like for a regular person, like me, they would like Peacemaker. Any of the characters in Peacemaker would destroy me, but they would get destroyed by the raid guys, and it's yeah. I think that there's a video on YouTube like how the raid ruined action movies for me. Yeah, I compare everything, every fight scene I compare it to the raid, and it's never gonna. The only thing that gives the raid competition is the night comes for us, and if you haven't seen the night comes for us, what are you doing with your life? um, yeah, I'm gonna spoil it. At the end, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Flash, and Aquaman show up, but you just see their silhouette. I was yeah, they can't get Gal Gadot to come out in this horrible show, or Henry Cavill. Actually, I wonder why Henry Cavill didn't come out. But you see, Aquaman. What's his name? Can't remember his name, but you see him and that freak Ezra, whatever, whatever his name is, the Flash. That you see them in here. So wow, it's really linked to the. It is really linked, but yeah, it's just so mismatched. Everything DC is doing. But they mentioned in one episode they mentioned Batmite. So I was like, okay, Batmite exists in this universe. So they talk about Green Arrow uh, doing something weird, weird sex stuff. Peacemaker tells someone, like, yells at his neighbor how Batman should kill his villains, and you know he just puts killers and it's like serial killers in jail, and they get out and kill again, which is like an old argument. A lot of stuff like that, but just vigilante. I gotta go back to him. But yeah, there was like times where I was like, I think there was three scenes where I was like, please don't die, don't you dare kill vigilante. And then each time, like I was, oh, he's dead. But then, yeah, I just really love vigilante. The actor was so good. Which and then he's nothing like the comic book, and that kind of made me mad too because I was like, they wouldn't do this to Spider Man. They would never make Spider Man like a like sex pervert buffoon that like loves popsicles or cock rings or just something stupid. They would never do that. But like a serious character like Vigilante, who had such a good comic and a really good story, they'll just turn him into a freak. Same, and they did the same thing with Peacemaker. I mean, Peacemaker's they took the main elements, but I mean he's not like that at all in the comics. But yeah, I mean they would never make Batman like a like you're not gonna see Batman like painting like fantasy art or Superman um, where he has multiple personalities or he's like been molested when he was a kid. And they would never do that, but they'll do it to a character like Peacemaker, which I mean I guess it doesn't matter, but I'll give I guess I have to give Peacemaker a 4 out of 5 just because it was really good. I mean, had a lot of a lot of good action. And mainly the characters. Oh, there's another character, um, Sophie Song, played by Annie Chang. She was really good. So yeah, mainly just because it's oh my god, it hurts right here so much. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Vigilante. Yeah, I should see it for Vigilante because by the end, I was yeah, he needs his own movie or whatever. Or maybe you'll do another. No, they're not gonna do another Vigilante comic. But yeah, I want to see Deadpool and Vigilante team up because Deadpool has his healing factor and he would just destroy Vigilante. But I guess I'll stop rambling. Still got some more beer. Yeah, go to your local library and rent Peacemaker.